Welcome to the show, guys. You guys are tuning into the Couch Creatives. It's your boy Tyler Breeze. Welcome again. First of all, I want to give a special shout out to Gunner Dude Hub. I want to give a special shout out to Speedo. Before I get into today's guest, today's a really exciting show. I just want to tell you guys. Today we have a really special guest. You know, these guys have been pioneering the way inside their industries. You know, it's I don't know. I feel like they should introduce themselves. Like, I'm so excited, guys. Come on, welcome to the show.
Speedo.
Yeah, Speedo. yeah, the Speedo juice bar. Yeah, that's actually our sponsor.
Oh, Speedo.
It's spelled like Speedo. Yeah.
I had to take a moment.
Wow, okay, now we're giving it.
Let's go. Shout out. You know,
So tell us your name.
Yeah, guys. Like, I'm so excited. You know, do you guys want to introduce your guys' selves? Welcome to the platform. First of all, thank you guys for taking the time out to just come and like just have a conversation with us and tell us about you guys' selves and just in general, just hang out. You know, like I really hope you guys. Come again. You know, we haven't even started, but I really love the energies that's in the room. You know, I must say it's really positive just to kick things off at a good start.
That's why you're wearing the yellow beanie.
It's great. But yeah, welcome guys. I don't know, we'll start from this side.
Oh yeah, my name is Clayton. Soulful Clay, that's my alias.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm a producer, singer, songwriter. Yeah, that's me. And the shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me. I live in South West, but yeah, I'm a man from all over Cape Town. Yeah, that's me.
A jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, yeah. You know, smooth talker.
Ladies! Just had to throw in that 5 pointer.
Hello, what's up, guys? My name is Peacock. I'm a singer producer. I'm also artist. I'm from Cape Town, living Gordon's Way, and yeah, that's basically it. That's what I do.
Brand the double D.
With a double D and Peacock.
Okay.
It's all my certificates. Don't catch it.
Church congregation.
I love it. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm Ute Hermanus. I am a radio presenter at MFM in Stellenbosch and I have a feature at Good FM called After Dark. And I'm also a full-time master student in political science. So I basically have a love for media. I always attend media events, showcase places, and that's about it in a nutshell.
Yeah, what a nice night.
You can see who's the radio presenter from those introduction. Wow. Like grade 6 auto vibes. You know, good morning class.
Gordon's Way artist producer, thank you, man.
Danielle, why are you so quiet out there? Tell us about you, man.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. I'm your host Danielle, and yeah, that's about it. I'm the host of the show. Co-host.
You seem so cozy, Danielle. What's happening?
I mean, you know, Cape Town's weather, guys. You know,
4 seasons in a
there's not multiple personalities.
Let's talk about Brad Peacock's latest track, man. That's going on crazy on good old. Let's talk about that. Don't be shy now. Come on.
Tell us more about that. Right?
No, man, so I just released a song called In My Feels.
Ooh. Wait. Who hurt you?
Oh.
That's actually a good feeling song.
I can back this up.
It's like in my feels, like I'm in my feels, you know, like yo, baby, I'm in my feels. But look, it's debatable around the table. It can be for relationship, friendship, whatever you want to call it. But basically, yeah, I released the song, made it a while back, made it in February or end of January.
I'm bad at that.
Someone didn't give me the flowers. You're very great.
So basically, that's the song. The first word that came to me when I was busy with the song was wow, 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 wow. That's the thing. The beat is straight, simple. Like, that's the simple beat. And then the keys is there, and then wow, 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 and then I was like, okay.
Peacocks added to CV too.
Not that level. But then I released a song. Prior to that, Pretty Girl was there. That did well on the radios and stuff. And then In My Fields came and I had high hopes for it. The first one went by, and then none of the radio stations got back to me. And I was like, okay, damn, what am I going to do now? I need a different type of way I'm going to approach this. And then, God is always a winner on my side. Of course, God is the center of it all the time. And then basically they were like just playing it without telling me. They were like, yo, hit prediction in my field. So now I released it last week, or a week ago, and now it's hit prediction on GHFM. So guys, please vote, please, it means a lot. And then also I got an interview with Chad Simon on his show to talk about the song and things like that. And exclusive on Simon Says. Shout out Chad, and then that's basically what happened. And now it's just about keeping consistency. You know what I mean? Not releasing things that doesn't stay on par, because that's a big issue in the music industry. Like, don't be hasty. Yes, you can put things out all the time, but make sure there's excellence in its respect. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's basically it. That's what's been happening, and yeah.
It sounds like you've been going through quite a season, man. A season of changes, a season of just good things coming your side. More opportunity.
Yeah.
Like how do you handle that? Like when your song gets played, you don't hear about it, let's say, and then you hear about it, let's say you're in your car and you're just going, and next thing you're playing, like, how does that go? And then next thing you're seeing people, like, they're telling you, hey, listen, like, dude, hear this song, like, bro, this is hot, this is fire, like, what's the reaction, how's the reception been?
It's very surreal. It's very surreal because I'm not the type of person that has, per se, a lot of monetary support in this industry. And remember, you do need that. That's something that you need, especially in music, in any form of art. Yes, your talent can take you, but then you need that good mic. You need that good studios vibe. You need that good people, that good production. So it was very surreal to see like people are capturing what I'm putting into my music, and then it's very humbling as well. And at that point it just comes to a place where I just need to accept it, and this is what I want to do, this is my desire, so I'm going to do it, I'm going to continue, you know what I mean? So that's basically it.
Definitely, man.
When you said desire, my mind went to that Drake song, and I got desire.
Ask me about the gospel song, this is my desire. When Sunday school together, we learned to swim on the same day. We were like 6 years old.
That shocked me.
Our parents also were the sound guys at our church.
I
don't remember any of it.
So that's how you guys became friends?
No,
church.
We didn't know that we know each other.
Yeah.
So how did you guys link up then?
Last year I messaged you and I realized that we actually learned to swim together, and our mommies
mom showed you the
friends.
picture.
Yeah, my mommy showed me the picture, and I realized that our mommies are actually friends. And then I started like really, and then literally now, like, because our moms have been talking always, like we just didn't know. Like we actually met at the gig. When was that?
Before
lockdown, the Roots and Fruits gig, the last one that happened. I played and he played. He was the DJ still back then.
Yeah, I was a DJ.
And then I did like an acoustic set, and then he was like, yeah, good set, man. I was like, where you going? He was like, nah, I'm going to Outplay. Like, yeah, man. Take an Uber. But we didn't know that we know each other.
It was just like, it was, I saw you when we came up. And we were
up here elevated.
And then his set was done, and then I started to play, and I stayed there for a bit.
Yeah, you played it all.
Then I went down, and then he was downstairs.
Even in the story, like, so you guys didn't remember one another from the way that.
Nah, we didn't know. It was happening.
It's a movie.
So only after your parents were like,
I thought I was talking to Ras in the elevator.
So then, how did you get to know these guys over here?
how did I?
Yeah.
Tinder.
No,
That's
like
great.
that. Never had Tinder. No. I'm just happy, Never had Tinder. No. I like, you meet me. But anyway, with Clayton, it was actually in university, because we were both attending Stellenbosch University. So I met him through people in my undergrad, and then we kind of just became friends. And then Brad is someone that I met through Clayton, because I actually interviewed Brad today as well. And that's kind of how it all happened in that.
What was the This is your second interview for the day. Jeez, this guy's leveling up, huh?
Definitely. Thank you guys. Like, once again, I just want to take the time to just thank you guys for coming out. You know, I realize that like you guys are busy people, you know, inside the industry, you know, the music industry, you know, entertainment industry, radio industry, you know, different industries, you know, coming together, you know, as a collective. And then also I just want to shout out to Craziekind. Shout out to Craziekind.
Shout out to the hosts, the amazing hosts, you know, look at Tyler Breezy out here.
You know, shout out because like it's just gatherings like these really inspire me, you know, like when I meet other creatives, like I'm a creative myself, you know, like I'm an artist. And now when I just hear the story, the background story of how you guys met, you know, it's like, it's things that no one can take away from you guys, experiences that you'll forever talk about. You know, it's like you're part of another person's fabric, you know, another person's story, you know, as they pave their way to, you know, success and wherever they go.
I didn't think we were going to forget how we met Clayton.
Funny story.
A very funny one.
I was wilding back then, bro. I was wilding. I was studying accounting at Stellenbosch, and hey man, I wasn't studying. I was studying, but I wasn't studying. I was just there, you know. I was in class for like the first 3 months solidly. After that, I was just freestyling, just for slides. You never saw me in class. You didn't even know what I was studying there.
Yeah, I mean, whenever Clayton would see me, he'd be like, Ute, why are you always working? Like, you always writing and I'm like, but Clayton, what are you doing?
I was a personality, man. I was just a personality on campus, man. But I was always just about community and just, I loved making friends with different people, and yeah, that relationships has gotten me a long way. Because I always say it's always an inside job with me. Like all of the artists, if you work with me and you pay for my services, you're not paying for a beat. Okay, you're paying for musical excellence, but you're paying for a certified plug. Different connections that I've built. Because think about it, I'm a producer, but I work with all of these other artists in Cape Town as well. So I have access to their networks as well. And it just goes like that. Sometimes you do a favor, and that favor happens to be some radio plug. I won't mention names, but you know, it's wink wink, very beneficial to me personally. Just being able to help people, just to make things happen. Like when someone comes to me and say, "Yo, Clay, I want to do an interview somewhere," someone's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give someone a call. I'll give someone like some calls, you know." And it feels good to just see back, and that's just, I would say it's a positive benefit of my personality. It's just my personality.
And networking is so important anyway. Because I mean, like, everyone always says that the creative industry is so small. Like, I mean, we all come from like different backgrounds. From different backgrounds. But we all can help one another in like the smallest ways. Because I mean, like, I interview people and I enjoy conversing with people and like learning about the stories, you know, like, and you know, how they started and how they overcame their own self-doubt, confidence, and you know, how they just kind of expressed their vulnerability. But then through something like that, then I mean, Clayton, like, I mean, you know, Brad can double D. And it's cool because it's like, it's a great way for you to kind of connect and meet people who kind of think like you, but like in different ways and express their confidence and passions in like their own unique way, and like that you kind of just build with one another, which I think is really important.
Question. Yeah, I wanted to know, so you guys know each other for a while. When can you expect a project?
Questions that need
Collaborating with Brad. Okay, first answer that question. I have another question for love.
So
Like a collaboration, a single, album.
Well, we have, but like we said, like certain things just there's a mission. You know what I mean? So we need to trust that between him and I.
So certain things kind of just need to fall in place.
Yes.
Basically, like to simplify it, we will just make music. Me and my go to him. We'll chill, have a few beers, make music, whatever. Sometimes we won't even make music on that day. We'll just be chilling, talking nonsense, asking each other about girl advice and stuff, whatever. ever. You know, most of the times we won't even be making music, but when we do make a song, it's gonna be a solid song, and we just put it in the bank. That's what we do.
In the
We got
pipeline.
a lot of music, bro. Like people ask me about songs they heard last year, snippets they heard. That song is old. I'm not putting that out anymore. I'm better now. That's how you get better. Like I was listening to this interview with Blackie. He was saying he makes a song a day. He's got like 400 and something songs. I was like, yes, that should be the standard of excellence. Like we literally just be making music every day. Like,
That's the thing, you know.
It's the vibe.
we don't make a song like, no, this one must go like next to me. This is the hit. This is the one. Oh, no, it's a long line of consistency.
Yeah.
See where it slots into seasons. How are we gonna market this thing? How are we gonna go buy that time? You know?
Like you can't can't release. For instance, you know, there's a whole lot of amapiano songs now popping in this perhaps now. Now, Kidna made an amapiano song. We can't release that song. Let's wait. Let people.
Let it die out there.
Die out.
It comes out.
Die out, but the hype.
So it's basically an investment that like grows over time.
It's a marketing strategy.
It's like putting out a conscious. Like why would you drop a conscious album when J. Cole drops?
Exactly.
Why would you drop it on the same day?
Exactly.
Like getting 500 plays over 2 years and you're asking why. Who's the conscious one? You should know. You should know. I always say, you know, if you want all of the instant success, go do pop music. If you want that instant radio play, go do a song that's gonna play on the radio. But if you doing a conscious, if you in your conscious band and you're doing conscious music, you need to understand the sacrifices that go with it. If you're doing boom bap music, you need to understand you're not gonna get booked at IEP singing about like all of the problems in society. When you're out, bro, people just want to hear about, you know,
Turning up,
dropping some money, dropping some pounds, poppy, you know, that stuff.
No, we just want a good flow. We don't want to hear words. We want to hear sounds.
Dude, this is like shit.
Like we don't want to hear sounds, bro.
Just want to pop.
Booty popping. Come on, Daniel, booty pop. I'm joking. Brad, I can't recall, but weren't you part of a musical group back in the day? Tell us more about
Oh, I was going to hear more about this, Brad.
what happened to the gang?
Boys to Men South Africa.
Say that again, Danny, say that again.
Boys to Men South Africa.
Let's hear it, let's hear the story.
Okay. The thing is,
The long street.
Name the group, what's the name of the group? Tell us about the group.
abnormal.
Abnormal. Tell us about abnormal.
Normal.
So because, I cannot say what happened while the group departed because it's just, I need to protect those guys. You know what I mean? Regardless, I'm not going to throw them under the bus. And I'm still till today, Carl, Elisa, Faith, I wish was well, maybe somewhere. But unfortunately, sometimes good things like that has potential in so that another door can open for all of us, whatever it might have been. But basically the group started, so that was my first musical experience. Producing was with two other guys. It was a rapper, Lisa was a great keyboard player. So it was different backgrounds, different energies in one group, hence the name Abnormal, and we were a multi-genre group. So we didn't just restrict to a specific type of style. Then we made our first song called Wet Girl.
Okay.
Nice time.
The hook is why you wet girl? Because you always make flooding. That's
Okay.
cool.
So is this like where you get all your song ideas from now when you title it to me, it's like pretty girl in my feels.
No, it's not that. That other stuff is just, so how wet girl came, let me tell you. So they were sitting on the couch. They were sitting on the couch in the living room and then they were talking about girls, but I was busy making food. Then I heard them talking about girls, but I already made the beats, so the beats playing. And then I recently got the rain SIM card. So I was like, and it was raining outside. Awesome. Like, big girl. Because it was making rain. Did you know what I mean? It stuck. And then we made those songs eventually. And then after that, we released CC. And then With You with the artist named Judah, a beautiful singer. And then that is the song that made it actually onto Group FM. But it doesn't play anymore. But yeah, it was the first experience, and then the good things were starting to come. Now we started to do live. We were planning to do live. We got booked for live. And then
Didn't go live.
no, it wasn't digital. I didn't.
I didn't monetize.
So why is it like you didn't go live?
Nah, we didn't go live. There was no data, no rates, nothing at all. And then basically, in layman's terms, shit happened. We have to accept it. So whatever happened after that, they used. What happened, and I can't speak about it. But yeah, and then Peacock happened after that, and I was really grateful for it. I was scared at first to make music on my own, which was actually now this year January. The group broke up December. January I made my first song alone, and then people started to believe in me still. And I decided, okay, I'm going to continue, and whatever they're doing, I know they're still busy with the music journey, and I hope I get to see them on top one day, you know? That basically what happened.
I love that.
Yeah, I think it's really important what Brad said is like when one door closes, another opens for all of us. Because I know in the music industry it's very competitive, and I actually admire your friendship not only as musicians but as friends as well. Because many people think, you know, once one person makes it, there's no more seats at the table. But I'm making it so that I can create more seats at the table for the rest of you guys. And I think that's something that a lot of, not only musicians, but a lot of creators in general need to understand. It's not I win and now everyone else stays behind, you know? So, big ups to you guys.
Yeah, we literally spoke about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, for me, I would say it's always an inside job, man. It's never like it's never this mystical thing of, oh my gosh, one day they're gonna contact me and yo, I'm gonna make it big, I'm gonna make music with Lil Baby and break it, you know? That's always an inside job. There's stepping stones. So it's like, sometimes I always get people, these rap, I don't have girls in my DMs, I have rappers in my DMs.
Stop storage.
Like, you know, I have literally like these SoundCloud rappers in my DMs asking for free beats and stuff. Or sometimes they reach out and like, yo Clay, I want you to lay a verse on this beat. And sometimes, you know, I always think I get annoyed by it and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, bro, don't you understand that you haven't reached that level yet of musical, I would say, excellence yet, and you haven't reached that level that I'm on yet, but most of the times it's just be like, yo, send me that beat, because it gives them hope also, and then they're like, nah, like, oh, it plays in the hop. Even though I'll probably never do the verse, but it still just gives them hope, man, and I'll tell them, yo, I like that beat. I'm a bit at the writer's block now.
Soulful Clay.
I'm all the issues in the world. But it's all part of the learning curve. You can't take stuff too personally also. Because I mean now, I get paid by people who didn't want to answer my DMs last year, you know, when I wanted to work with them. And now they are messaging me, calling me and stuff, so, but you can't be salty when you're at the top. You just need to understand that you're there now and you just need to accept your situation, understand the power, the little power, the power that you do have at that time, and just make the best of it, I guess.
On that topic, right? On the topic, I just want to ask.
Yes. What's happening, guys? I'm gonna charge you.
This is
You're cooking up
the song that you.
Oh yeah, the song that
It was for Sony.
Yeah, it was under Sony Music, yeah. So a song that I produced for an artist called Hush. Yeah, he signed at the end of last. Okay, they only made the announcement on Wednesday that he signed to Sony. But yeah, we've been working on the project for about a few months since lockdown. But yeah, it's called Enough. It was featured on Artist of the Week on Apple Music right next to Blackie's, the big, you know, you'll find Hush's song right next to his. There's playlists on 5 different playlists on Apple Music, yeah. And I think you'll probably hear it on a few charts, definitely. It's a great song.
Enough? You said the project's called Enough?
The song's called Enough. You're gonna have to check out the project.
Oh, the project. Okay, so
We can be featured.
Yeah, the first single, yeah.
Where can people find that? Like, do you kids?
All platforms you can find that song. You'll probably hear it on the radio real soon as well. I think the interviews are scheduled for Art and Budo around this time, probably tomorrow or today. Yeah.
Okay. missed out pretty much, missed out a lot.
Like a question, like you told me about creating spaces for other artists. Like, like in Cape Town, you know, artists have big egos and things like that. How do you work your way around that?
Bro, none of us are Beyonce. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing about artists and creatives. Why we always get screwed over? It's because there's not like I can't check how much you are earning on an average website. There's no website that tells us how much the average artist earns. You can check for any other occupation: lawyers, civil engineers, tilers, welders, all of those professions. You can check what the average pay scale is. But for artists, you'll never know. You might think that, oh my word, this guy's making much more money than Clay. We'll never know because I have an ego, you have an ego. I'm not going to tell you, we're never going to talk about these types of things because we're very fragile, especially as male artists, bro. Male artists are very, very fragile. In their field, nah bro, I made 20 over, even though I know you made 6K off it, you'll be like, nah, I made 20 over. Bro, and that's also why we always get screwed over because we don't know how much we're all getting for the same gig. We don't know how much this person bought a beat from, let's say a person comes to me and you for beats. You buy one from you, buy one from me, but we're on the same level. If I spoke to you and you told me, yo, this man bought it from the beat from me for 8K. And then I tell you, you must charge him 8K as well. Bro, we're all winning, right? But because no one will talk, that's what happens. You'll get 2K and I'll get 8K. That's what happens, literally. People need to talk.
I think it comes down to what you said about how when you're in the industry, like I mean I'm not a musician, but like just from like an outside perspective, it does come down to the fact that it's better like if you actually network and engage with one another as friends, because at the end of the day you may want different things within the same field, but the goal might be kind of similar. And it's, like I said, like it's just like you have to build together, you can't build alone.
Yeah, it's an inside job.
But inside job that I feel like that's really way less complicated than you think. There's a system to everything, bro. It's not this mythical thing of, I mean, you gotta make friends with someone on radio to get your song on radio. You can't just, the email, come on now, if we could all email and it would automatically get playlisted, then we'd all have songs on radio. You'd have a song, you'd have a song.
Everybody has a song!
On radio at that time, but because that's not how life works, you need a plug, bro.
But you need to ask for help though. And I think that's the thing, like people don't like asking for help.
But I mean at the same time, you know, because I know a few producers, I'm not in the music industry, it's not for me. But I know a few big producers and a few small producers, and what actually annoys me, and I check them because they happen to be good friends of mine. I always check them. It's like somebody DMs them, put a verse on this beat, or can you please send me this beat, and then they would be putting this artist on blast, like IG handle and all, and it's like don't disrespect the next person's struggle, man, because you forget you were also at that stage. It's not like Nasty was like, oh my god, look at this little boy DMing me for, like, no, don't, that is so disrespectful.
And it also undermines your integrity as a professional. Because at the end of the day, I will never do that because I don't even post personal stuff really like I'm angry, you know, I'm not going to post it on my WhatsApp because I have professional contacts there. Same with when you're outing someone, I can understand if it's a big corporation and they're screwing you over and that's the only means. Then you kind of have to go that route. But with a small artist that's just annoying you, why would you do that? Like,
just don't reply.
We charge them.
SMSs cost $150.
And the casual winning, you will be charged for this message.
Consultation fee,
No, definitely. I think it's really important to reach out. You know, I think one thing that we have established throughout like the whole dialogue of, you know, this whole episode is that it's an inside job. You know, networking is important. You know, so if you are someone that's thinking about merging into the music industry, you know, you have to know that you're gonna need to connect with people. You're gonna have to talk to people. You're gonna have to be outside of your comfort zone, per se. You know, and it's just really good to actually hear, you know, industry people that are already doing this already, industry professionals, you know, to give us insight on that. You know, just speaking to you guys already, I'm sure that some of our viewers, you know, of the show they don't know about these sort of experiences, they don't know how the industry goes. You know, so when we tell them this information, you know, it's almost like we're serving it to them on a silver platter. You know, and for some people, it's really enlightening to find out, you know, how this thing goes. You know, I think for me, it's really inspiring when I see some of the high schoolers now, you know, that aspire to be artists. I think that's something that's really, if you choose the route, it's like you choose something really different. It's like the road less taken, if I might put it like that. You know, like you choose, like who would have thought like someone could, you know, be on the radio, like, you know, different dreams, man, you know, dreams and aspirations, you know, like breaking the fourth wall, you know, which has been presented to us. So I think like just being in the field, it's really good to actually hear that, you know, and I'll thank you guys again, I'll thank you guys more, you know, but I think it's really fundamental, guys, it's really fundamental, you know, I don't underestimate it. I think knowledge is power, man, knowledge is power, man, you know, like the more you know, the more you grow.
Yeah, knowledge is definitely power.
Don't understand, overstand.
Yeah.
I also think
Nice.
I also think that like when it comes to like whatever you like doing, be it like music, radio presenting, media coverage, whatever it is, like you really have to be willing to learn, but also you have to reach a point where you are confident in like what you want to do. Because I mean, I really struggled with that, and I think anyone does, is that where you think, okay, cool, wait, I can do something. But then it's like, wait, but then the next person is going to be better than me. Yeah. And maybe someone might sound better than you, but it comes down to like your hard work and the consistency like that you're willing to put into it. So I mean, I've got my own goals that I'd like to achieve, you know, like I mean, I feel like I'm also kind of just starting out, but I definitely have confidence now to know like I can do it. And when the time is right, I'll get to where I need to be. But with that is coming to also like, okay, cool, I'm on a platform where I can do radio, and I'm lucky and fortunate to do that. But then you get other people who kind of want to do that, and it's always nice to be in that position. Like you provide advice to that person, not to be like a hot shot. And I think we've touched on it. Like it's important to always be willing to extend that helping hand. Because I mean, you can be in that position today. Tomorrow, that person can be like 3, 5, 6 times higher than you. And then where you thought you were better than the other person, then the wheel of life can kind of just switch up on you real quick.
Ignorance is bliss.
Exactly. So you always have to be willing to like wherever you are.
My friend have a song and that, he wrote a song and that the song title is Ignorance is Bliss.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
I mean, there's another like side of that talk though, because it's like, bro, every week in and out there's like different opportunities. Like I always say that I'm super sad this week, but next week you won't even remember that you were sad the previous week. There's never a time when for a whole month you'll be sad. It's impossible because there's so many moving parts of life. There will always be opportunities, but you know what it is about being consistent, because you can get that job, but it's really just about being consistent that keeps you there. Being consistent, because if you're consistent in your work, even though your genre might not be popping now, but if you're just consistently putting in the work, it will eventually pop. It's like just trying to keep that, instead of chasing the hype the whole time and trying to switch up, having that confidence but being consistent as well in it. Like, because I don't know how long it's going to take. Like, I'm fortunate enough to have had a lot of strides that's like kind of like propelled me forward quite a bit. But at the same time, I know that I'm not there yet, because like, you know when you're there, man, like it doesn't feel like I'm there yet. So yeah, I just want to say that you don't know how long your timeline is going to be. Like it might be 6 months, might be a year, might be 10 years, you don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just about being consistent. Yeah.
And with that said as well, like it's important not to compare yourself to someone else's journey. Because I have lunch at MFM, which is like a campus and community station in Stellenbosch. Everyone can get picked up at any time, but it's also like remaining true to who you are and sticking to like your own style of presenting. And then like in a space of like a month, I had like 2 international interviews that I went and booked myself. And you know, through that, you meet so many cool people. And like a lot can happen, like you can be down, like they said, like in a week, and then something amazing can happen. And it's those small steps that you just have to like be be grateful for, and then without you realizing that one day you're going to be like where you thought, you might not have been just yet, because you can exceed your own expectations. You just have to be willing to stick it through and do the work. Because so many people just see on Instagram, oh, this person is making so much money, look at this musician. Oh, like look at this creative, they're doing this and this. And then you're like, okay, cool, I can do it. Because people just think all you need to do is send the email, DM the person. If you want to be an influencer as well, like just DM the brand and be like, okay, cool, I like your clothes. Can I be your ambassador or something? You physically have to go in and do the job. Like you have to start, embodying the person that you want to be. Be it a musician, be it an influencer, a journalist, whatever it is that you want to do in media. Like you have to start small and make that network.
So in the seed.
Yeah.
Like one thing I've learned also in this music journey is that for me it worked. I'm sure it will work for a lot of other people. If you want the reward to be great, then the sacrifice needs to be great also. Like literally, you need to sacrifice. There's going to be things you're going to have to. You do not maybe want to let it go, but let it go. Maybe that job on a Friday, you want to go? No, rather sit and learn how to mix and master. You know what I mean? Equip yourself. And this is something that you see it's evident in a lot of artists, athletes. For instance, Roger Federer, Hamilton, Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, those guys are literally sacrificing a lot. They eat differently, they do so many things differently, hence why they're consistent in their trade, because they're doing things that no one else is doing. And they may ask us, why can't me? Brother, do things that no one wants to do, that no one is doing.
That actually makes me think, my friend always reminds me of this. He says that everyone wants to be that person on the top, but nobody wants to put in the work to be that person on the top. It's not sunshine and roses, it's hard work, it's consistency, sometimes being burnt out, but getting up because you know you're doing what you love.
At 5 a.m. in the morning.
And just trying to make like everything work. But people don't see that, they just see the end results. And sometimes also when it comes to doing something you love and being like, look, I'm going to step out into my passion, you're going to get a lot of no's. And like the big no can be so devastating and it blows, but I think it's when you get to that point sometimes when you're like, I don't even know what to do next, is this something I should still do? Is it like a big no and like, should I just give up? Like just if you keep going around the corner or somewhere along the line, like your big break actually comes. And in the final period was like Baroque. He had an amazing idea. He was writing a play and he had this whole idea the way he was going to do it. At some point he was living in his car. He had no money. A play that he wrote, I think like 4 years. It had been like 3 years.
But they always live in their cars, eh? I have a car, but taxi.
The thing is, the play randomly picked up in the theatre and it just blew up from there. Now he has his own film studio and everything like that. Like everyone had to tough it out before they actually reach their own success. It really doesn't come overnight. Some people really get it overnight, like that's amazing. But but sometimes and in most cases you do have to work hard.
That's very true.
Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show.
You done with us now.
I wanted to be like I like the beanie. Because
we need some scatter
it was
cushions.
like a dead giveaway because you're a Gemini.
We need some cushions, bro. Some scatter cushions.
It reminds me of like the Friends episode. Should have all just like sat down.
Okay, final. I just want to say, where can we find you guys' social media handles? Did we mention that?
No, not yet. No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Like, where can we find your content and everything?
I'm at Soulful Clay on all platforms, Twitter, YouTube, all the important stuff.
What can we expect for the future? What's exciting new projects have you?
I'm working on a lot of music. I can't say like exactly now in dates, but I think first single probably in the next 2 months. Doing a lot of production work. I've done a lot of work for recently. I've done the song for Paxton, Chad Simon, a lot of Jimmy Fassi, quite
Next soon to be Tyler Breezy can be on
this. Pull up that back.
Anything, what you got?
Me too. But yeah.
Brad, also tell us how can we vote for the latest single?
Oh, you can vote. You just go on the RTFM and Guru Films WhatsApp lines and you just vote top 10 Brad Peacock in my fields and Brad Peacock Pretty Girl. And that's what you do, and you can find me
Guys, sorry, next Brad, double D,
Yeah.
Peacock. My spelling. I'm gonna put it here.
Double D.
You know, his name is so unique. Who knows a brand with double D?
Exactly. He thinks it's normal.
Everything is normal. Like, yeah. I always found out there's actually a size later on in my life.
Okay.
I never knew it's a size.
Okay. Let's
We were all thinking that, you know, but you didn't have to go and say.
I'm sorry.
But you know, you said that.
What an astonishment, right?
You're an honest man. You're an honest man.
And you can find me on all social media platforms, Brad Peacock. It's the same every single way.
Okay.
Alright.
You know, we can't miss you with the double D.
Yeah, you can.
So my handles is @Craziekind, like the sun. And what you can expect from me is just simply like who I'm interviewing. Like on Fridays, I always do different artists. Like I mean, it was Brad again. Next week it's going to be someone else amazing. As well as like cool places that you can check out in Cape Town because I do After Dark on like that and GHFM.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
okay. What's the frequency? How can you like search for the frequency?
Oh.
You know, FM, what FM is it?
Say to the radio.
Say it in the radio, that's okay. Like, give us a little snippet there.
Yeah, take us out.
What do I have to take you guys out?
Yeah.
It's tuned into Drive Time Music. On Butler Railroad, there's traffic, incoming traffic.
But I mean, I guess that's a wrap from Couch Creatives. I mean, we had Soulful Clay, Brad with the double D, and I think me too, Razor.
Hey.
We had a good time.
Let's go.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we'd have to wait and see what happens in the next episode, right? I mean, guys, what can we expect? Crazy guy, a little bit busy right now.
He's on Uber Eats.
I think the person maybe finally replied, right?
He's on that.
You only received this before the text.
Okay.
Tell her it's not on. It's
And
not on.
and you know, it's actually
It's not on.
Like, are we wrapping it up?
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Go for
What are
it.
your questions?
Well, thank you guys for coming on. You know, I really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you for taking the time to really just enlighten us with your personalities and tell us about your gifts and talents. I really wish you guys all the best in your guys' field. You know, I'm sure this is not the first or the last time. You guys, please don't be strangers. Come to the couch, guys. Come pay us a visit. We always like welcome.
Now we're going to be waiting outside.
Yeah, definitely. For the performances, you guys gotta come for the performances.
Let's go. Let's go. We want to see that.
Brad, Peacock, resonate us with your beautiful voice. Come on. Come on, pretty girl. Come on, give us a pretty girl snippet.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Alright, it's fine.
Otherwise, from Couch Creatives, it's a wrap. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Do leave a comment below. Really enjoyed it. Go follow these guys. Amazing individuals. Excuse me, amazing. But please, guys, go show some love on social media. All the social media handles will be added to the video, so please guys, go show some love. Otherwise, from here at Couch Creatives, it's your boy Tyler Breeze. You already know what it is. We out.
Yo! Wait, stay on the ground. We did take a thumbnail.
Let's go.
Them now.